Welcome to my presentation on Greece. On this slide you can see the flag of Greece, which is a field of blue and white stripes with a white cross on a field of blue in the upper left corner. Also on this page is a hyperlink to a YouTube video of the national anthem of Greece, entitled A Hymn to Liberty. If you open your PowerPoint of this presentation and play it, you will be able to click on this link once the slideshow is active. You will not be able to click on the link unless the slideshow is playing. The current population of Greece was 11,304,000 as of the census in 2011. The capital city is Athens, and the current government is a unitary, parliamentary, constitutional republic. Greece is one of the few European countries that has a state religion, which is the Greek Orthodox branch of Christianity. 56% of the population belong to this religion. Other religions in Greece include Roman Catholicism, which is practiced by 27% of the people, and Muslims and Jews, who represent 4.9% of the population combined. The picture on this slide shows an example of a Greek Orthodox church. Greece sits at a crossroads between Europe and Asia, and is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea to the south, the Aegean Sea to the east, and the Ionian Sea to the west. Greece has the 11th longest coastline in the world, at 8,498 miles long. This is mainly attributed to the nearly 1,400 islands that are scattered around the Greek mainland. Only 227 of these islands are currently inhabited. Most of Greece, approximately 80%, is made up of mountains, including Mount Olympus, which is the tallest, at 9,570 feet. Greece has a varied climate depending on the proximity to the coast. Near the coast, it experiences a typical Mediterranean climate with mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers. The northwest of the mainland experiences an alpine climate with heavy winter snowfalls. Inland usually experiences a temperate climate with cold, damp winters, hot, dry summers, and frequent thunderstorms. Greece has relatively little arable land due to the abundance of mountains. What land can be used for growing crops is usually divided into small, personally owned farms. The largest farms in Greece usually produce wheat. Greece has long been considered to be the birthplace of Western civilization. In ancient Greece, agriculture was the basis of the economy. Over 80% of the population was involved in farming in some way. The vase in this picture shows the ancient Greeks harvesting olives. In ancient Greece, the main staple of diet was cereal. The main grain used was barley, due to the fact it is easy to grow and the production is very high. The ancient Greeks also grew olive trees and grapes, as well as a variety of vegetables, including cabbages, onions, garlic, lentils, chickpeas, and beans. They had orchards that produced figs, almonds, apples, and pears. Animals raised for culinary purposes in ancient Greece did not include cattle. The small amount of land that was felt to be better used to feed people rather than large herds of cows. Smaller livestock such as goats, as well as sheep, pigs, and poultry were all common, as they could be fed with household scraps or on small pieces of land that was not suitable for farming. Many of the animals and produce that were grown in ancient Greece are still staples of Greek cuisine. The two most widely used vegetables are garlic and onions. and they appear in many Greek recipes from all regions. Another very important crop in Greece today is olives. Greece exports more than 430,000 tons of olive oil each year, with more than 75% of it being extra virgin. Extra virgin means that the olive oil was pressed from the olives using no heat, only pressure. Olive oil that was produced using heat generates more oil from each olive, but the oil tends to have a bitter flavor and produces more smoke when heated during cooking. Other products that are currently grown in Greece include corn, wheat, barley, sugar beets, cotton, tomatoes, grape for wine, tobacco, pistachios, and potatoes. Dairy animals are grown to produce a wide variety of cheeses as well. The national dish of Greece is moussaka, seen here. Moussaka is a dish comprised of 3 layers. The bottom layer is sliced eggplant sautéed in butter. The middle layer is ground beef or lamb that has been pre-cooked with onion, garlic, herbs, spices, and tomatoes. This is topped with a sauce made from butter and flour that has been cooked in milk. Greek cuisine makes heavy use of vegetables, with some of the most widely used being eggplant, tomatoes, green beans, potatoes, okra, green peppers, and the onion and garlic. Greek recipes also make use of a variety of herbs and spices, including oregano, mint, dill, basil, thyme, fennel seeds, and bay laurel leaves. Given the extensive coastline, fresh seafood of all types is eaten often. Beef is still less prevalent in Greece, with the smaller animals being the main source of land-based animal protein. The variety of climates across Greece make it an ideal place to grow a wide variety of fruits as well. Extensive citrus orchards produce several varieties of oranges and mandarins. You can also find strawberries, kiwis, watermelon, cherries, peaches, figs, apricots, nectarines, and plums. Meal patterns in Greece differ between the farm households and the urban dwellers. A farmer's day will start with something as simple as a glass of grape juice or fruit brandy. Lunch will be his largest meal, consisting of hot soup, bread and cheese, olives, raw onions, cucumbers, tomatoes, and occasionally a sweet pastry or fresh fruit. The evening meal will be taken at sundown, after all the farm chores have been completed. It will be similar to lunch, with the exception that a meat dish may be added if meat is available and it is not a fast day. Breakfast for a city dweller in Greece will still be very small, often little more than a cup of Turkish coffee. If food is eaten, it may include bread with cheese, olives, and jam. The midday meal is the largest of the day and is eaten around 2 p.m. Businesses often close at 2 p.m., so the owner may go home and eat with their families. This meal will consist of several courses, including plates of appetizers, salad, and a main meal such as meat, fish, or a baked dish. There will be a basket of thick slices of crusty bread, and a carafe of red wine will complete this meal. After the meal, a siesta may be taken until 5 p.m. The Greeks eat their evening meal around 8:30 or 9 p.m. This will be a lighter meal than the midday meal. If eating at home, they may have an omelet, some baked or steamed vegetables, or a Greek salad with feta cheese and some crusty bread. They may have a dessert such as Greek yogurt which may be served with honey and pistachios. And even after dinner at home, it is not considered too late for an evening visit to the taverns for a drink, a snack, and some dancing. The Greek diet is remarkably healthy with its use of fresh fruits and vegetables cooked in olive oil. Much of the animal protein in a Greek diet comes from seafood and dairy products. There is moderate use of lamb, which can be fattening depending on how it is cooked. The Greeks get a good share of their vitamins and minerals from their consumption of fresh fruits and vegetables. However, even with their moderately healthy diet, obesity levels in Greece are 50% for women and 75% for men. One reason for this may be that although their diet is healthy, the Greeks eat a lot of food. Their midday meal may last for several hours, with food being consumed the whole time. Additionally, the Greeks are very fond of the thick Turkish coffee and teas, both of which contain large amounts of caffeine, which may have an adverse effect on cardiovascular health. And now it's time for the quiz. Which food was the main staple of ancient Greece? Is it bread, fruits, cereal, or vegetables? The answer is cereals. Most often the cereal would be made from barley due to the fact it was very easy to grow and they could produce a lot of it very easily. Which is the main meal for the Greeks? Is it breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, or dinner? The answer is lunch. Lunch is usually served about 2 p.m. and is a very large meal and may last several hours. Which of these is likely to be a health problem for the Greeks? Obesity, hypertension, growth stunting, or vitamin deficiency? The answer is obesity. 50% of women and 75% of Greek men do suffer from obesity, possibly due to the very large quantities of food that they eat. Thank you very much for viewing my presentation. I hope that you enjoyed it.